The Wapato School District is asking voters to approve a $33 million bond during the February 13th special election to completely replace Camas and Sadis elementary schools with one brand new elementary school, as well as a full replacement for Pace High School. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell got an inside look at the schools and why the district says they need to be replaced.
I got a tour of Camas Elementary from the principal there, and he explained to me that it's hard to see what the problem is when you're walking through the halls. And that's because the maintenance and other facility staff have worked so hard to make everything look as nice as possible. But he said it gets clearer when you look behind closed doors. It's the infrastructure that's the problem.
Pace High School built in 1936. Camas Elementary built in 1948. Sadis Elementary built in 1952.
The electrical, water, HVAC, and plumbing systems outdated, inefficient, and not up to serving students' needs.
In the 1950s, students didn't have computers. They had chalkboards. They did everything by hand. Today, every student in our district has a one-to-one device, so we have a larger electrical need.
And when equipment breaks, the fix isn't so easy.
And replacing some of those items, we really have to look at secondhand, eBay. We're searching for them because companies don't even keep some of those things in stock.
And the bigger the break, the bigger the problem. Like the water main break at Sadis this spring.
It took us, with emergency work, about 36 hours to get that completely repaired to get water back to the building. But where that break was a lucky spot. If it would have been up the line further, it would have been in pipes that have encased asbestos on it. That could have been a much longer fix.
Once you know where to look, other things stick out, like the lack of fire sprinklers or controlled entries.
You have full access to the building as soon as you come through. Other buildings, you're able to buzz them in. Parents go to a waiting area. It might be myself as an adult that comes out, meets with you before you come into the building.
Or the fact that the two elementary schools share one kitchen for 650 students and have what they call cafetoriums. One room in each school to serve as cafeteria, school gym, and auditorium, sometimes at the same time.
There's also some new legislation out there on energy efficiency standards that buildings have to meet. The Camas Sadis site does not meet those energy efficiency standards,
which could start costing them $150,000 per year in fines starting in 2028 if it's not fixed.
There are things that we have made do, but we're at a time that making do is going to cost us more than really going back and doing it right to current standards and codes.
The project estimated at $60 million, but with the district and other funds covering part of it, they're asking for a bond of $33 million. The cost for a taxpayer with a $225,000 home?
$1.72 per thousand, which comes out to about $32 a month for an individual taxpayer with a home about that size.
And holding public meetings for residents to learn more and ask questions.
Getting as much information from our community as we can to make sure we're doing everything we possibly can to get the buildings we need and keep that tax burden down on our community.
They'll be having 3 of those meetings total between now and Election Day, and the first one is tomorrow night at 6 p.m. at Pace High School. Reporting from the Yakima Newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.